back to my channel. My name is Lara and I have a get to know me tag video for you. I had this appointment with myself that I would do a video like this when I hit 50 subscribers, and I hit 50 subscribers. So thank you so much for staying with me and watch the videos. It really means a lot, and I thought it would be nice to make a video just for you to get to know me a little bit better. So I looked online and I found some tags that YouTubers do apparently. There was a newbie tag, but that's more for booktube, and I'm not a full book channel, so I came across the get to know me tag. So I have the questions on my phone. Just a quick disclaimer, I have a very bad cold. I have been having a cold for, well, I'm not lying, I think for months now. I work with babies and very small children, and they have a lot of bacteria on them. So, so sorry if I have to cough or if you hear me sniff. I know it's not very appealing, but I'm sorry for that. And that's also kind of been the reason that I haven't really posted a video. I just didn't feel like it. I was very tired. And I think I'm just that kind of YouTuber that doesn't really post consequently. If you don't like that, well, I'm sorry. So I have my phone here. So I'm just going to look up the questions. And I do have them already here. So the first question is, I'm just going to start. The first question is, where did you grow up? So I grew up in the Netherlands, in a city called Haarlem. It's close to Amsterdam, and I actually still live there. I still live in the house where I grew up. I did move out to live with housemates, but that just didn't work out, so I moved back with my parents. Not the best situation, but you know, it does feel like home. The next question is, where do you currently live? Well, I live in Haarlem. Okay, so the next question is, how tall are you? Okay, I don't know if that's... I don't know why you would get to know me better by that question, but I am 163, and that's quite small. I think a lot of people think Dutch women are very tall, but I'm not. The next question, dogs or cats? Well, I do like both, but I think I am more of a dog person. I think cats are they can be very independent, and dogs are more like they really need you, like not just for food, but they just are very like company animals. And I know some cats are as well, but naturally cats are independent. Have you gone to college? Yes, I actually did try to get my bachelor degree with like 3 different studies. I just really was looking for what I wanted, and I still don't know actually what I want, and that's okay. So I did college to work with children in daycare. It's nice for now, but it's definitely not my dream job, so I am looking for something else. But I've always been like searching for you know, the right thing to do when it comes to like studying, and I feel like I'm also kind of interested in a lot of different subjects, so it's really hard for me to make a choice. So we'll just see what happens. So the next question is, what is your favorite drink? So I love tea, and my favorite tea is green tea, orange, ginger. I like coffee as well, but I think that's my favorite drink. That's what I drink all day, really. What is your spirit animal and why? Well, I think I did some of those tests online, and it was a horse. And I have loved horses for the entirety of my life. I always wanted a horse when I was little. I never had horses, and I did some horse riding. But so that could be true, but I think if I have to say it myself, it's like those fruit flies, those little flies that go on fruit, because there always seems to be one near me. I don't know why, but always there's one in this room, and I don't know. maybe that's my spirit animal. Next question, if you're wearing perfume, what scent is it? Okay, so I'm just going to get it. I have this perfume and it says it's very fruity, floral and powdery, if that makes sense. But I really love it. It's very, well, it's very sweet. A sweet scent. Next question is, what sports do you play or have you played? Well, I always swam. I really liked swimming. So I know all the different movements. And I did some competitions as well. But I'm very competitive and I'm a perfectionist. And when I hit puberty, I didn't like it anymore, so I stopped. But I actually really enjoy swimming still. I do go out for long walks every day. So yeah, that's what I do right now. Have you any books you read that changed your life? No. I started actually love reading this March of 2021 because I followed Mel from MelReads and became her Patreon on the Citadel, and then I followed some other booktubers like a Frolic through fiction, Ashley, and became her Patreon as well. And then I started to love reading. So I don't came across a book yet that changed my life, but maybe it will someday. The next question, who are your favorite YouTubers? Well, it's a Frolic through fiction and MelReads. They oh, and Desi, darling Desi. I love her videos as well. And there are some YouTubers I really like watching from the Citadel, who also started a book channel. So I will link them all down below so you can check them out if you want. Oh my god, the next one. Are you single or taken? Taken, is that the right word? I mean, it's like you're being abducted. I'm single. How many siblings do you have? I have one sister, Nina, and she is 2 years younger than me, and we have a very good relationship, and she is, besides my sister, also my best friend. Okay, so next question, your most memorable childhood memory. And I think that would be playing with like dolls all Sunday with my sister. Like, we could play for like the whole day and do just nothing but playing, and we had some quite interesting stories, actually, quite real. We like to play realistically, so we had families and all different kinds of themes in there. So yeah, I think that was quite impressive for that age. So the next question is, tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. Well, I think if you see me, you wouldn't know that I have hearing aids. You don't really see them. Maybe just from like the back, you would probably see them here. Oh wait, my glasses are a little bit... Whoop. I am hard of hearing, and that started happening 2 years ago, and it was just a little bit, and then in 1 year it got really bad. Actually, I do have severe hearing loss, and that is something I have to adjust to. I just thought like, oh, just some hearing aids and we're done and I can hear perfectly fine, but that's not the case. And I just find it really interesting that a lot of people just don't know about hearing loss and how you communicate with someone with hearing loss. And I find it quite difficult to stand up for myself and explain to people over and over again. And I understand, I mean, communication is very natural, and hearing loss is very fake. Hearing is very personal as well, so you can't really, how do you say that? So I can understand that it's quite hard to vision yourself with hearing loss if you don't have it. So it's quite, especially at work, I work with children, so there's a lot of noise around me to understand my colleagues. So I'm all day trying to, you know, understand what everyone is saying. You sometimes have the challenges when you have to read a text and certain letters are gone. You can still read the text, but your brains are really working to, trying to figure out what is said. That's kind of like what I do the whole day with words. I do hear sounds, and then I'm like, about what subject were we talking about? So it must be that word. So that's kind of like how it goes all day. And hearing aids do help, but it's definitely not the same as hearing well. Still trying to figure out how to cope with it, I guess. It's kind of a loss. So yeah, that's I think you wouldn't know about me if you see me. What is your favorite Netflix show? Well, I recently watched Ragnarok. So it's a little bit about Nordic mythology. So there are giants and gods, but set in this time. And it's kind of really interesting. And yeah, so that's my all-time favorite show. Okay, so the next question is, do you have any pet? I do. I have a hamster called Knut, and he's I'm just looking there where he lives. He's just a really sweet guy. He was my first hamster, so I learned a lot about hamster care, and really wanted to give him a good life. So he has his own terrarium with a lot of bedding, and he can do his thing. And I just for a first hamster, I think he's just really nice. He never bit me. He doesn't like to be held, but that most hamsters don't. But that's fine. But he always comes up like sniffing at my nose, and he's very sweet. And my parents do have a dog called Nout, and he's a German Shepherd, and he is now 7 years old, but still a puppy. He's very active, and he can be quite intimidating. He's big, but he's a sweetheart. He's really, if you won his heart, then he is your best friend. So the next question is, have you been to any concerts or festivals? Which were the most memorable? I'm a huge fan of Aurora, and she, I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago, maybe even, I went to her concert, and it was a very small venue, so it was quite personal, and she was the sweetest. And to hear her sing live, she's very angelic. She has like the voice of an angel, and it was beautiful. I cried almost the whole concert just because of the music, and I loved it. It was great. So the next question is, what is one thing you wish people knew about you? I think the hearing loss, because you don't really see it, and then I don't, if people would know, I wouldn't have to like constantly say, oh, I have hearing loss, can you speak clearer, or can you speak up, or so that's quite tiring. But even though, if people know it, they fall back to old habits, and that's totally fine. So you have to repeat a lot. So, but I think it would be easier if people would know that about me. The next question is, what is your favorite movie quote? I think that one is... Okay, that's really weird that I did that. Okay, moving on. So this is going to be the last question, and it's, what are you learning at the moment? I'm actually learning to speak Norwegian. Not because of a very special reason. I just really love the sound of the language. It's very springy and melodic, and you can hear a lot of different languages, Dutch, French, German, English. And since I watched a lot of Norwegian series and movies, I just fell in love with the language. But I have always been interested in Scandinavia since I was quite little, and yeah, it's going quite alright actually.